So today I want to discuss a very important topic, the relationship between meditation and sleep. Right from day one, we have, indeed, we described our objective as objective in Patanjali Yoga meditation is to bring mind as if in deep, dreamless sleep, which we are familiar with. The only difference is we would be seated and on a, we are not lying down and are preserving our awareness. That's what we just now heard. That blank spot, blind spot, where nothing is happening in my mind, but I continue to be there. My self consciousness, my self awareness is there. So, this has been a very inspiring thing for me from Sankhya statement, fifth chapter, 116, This is goes like Samadhi, Sushupti, Moksheshu, Brahmrupta. I will not go into total detail of this statement, but just want to say what Kapil, the author of Sankhya philosophy, is putting is the two states of Sushupti, which is deep, dreamless sleep, and Samadhi is, our objective in meditation. The step number 6, what we call immersion, where we want to get lost into that. You call it blind spot, blank spot, or that infinite ocean where nothing is happening. So these two states have some sort of a correspondence. So that has been very inspiring thing for me, my own learning and practice, and I have always given a good importance to it. So I want to say right at the outset that you will see, and many of you must have noticed, that your progress in meditation and sleep will go hand in hand. So, as you are practicing meditation, you will see your sleep is also likely to improve, and as your sleep improves, that will help you improve your meditation also. And we have discussed previously also that this question arose. Some practitioners, as a beginner, they feel they are practicing meditation, but suddenly they feel a sleepy jerk, is it not? Why? Because, uh, you know, in meditation, you are bringing your mind calm, and then the leftover sleep that is residing in some corner that attacks you, is it not? So the state of mind is very similar, whether it is sleep or meditation, you know. And one good thing is, though we live in very artificial world nowadays, but one thing I must admire that mainstream everybody, anybody, even our medical practitioners, nobody is playing with sleep. Everybody treats sleep as very sacred, very important, good for our health and wellness. But for meditation practitioners, it is still at a higher notch, at a, it is comparable to deep meditation state. So we have, as meditation practitioner, very high regard for sleep. And what I said was mainstream also respects it. So what I'm going to say is nothing new. I am just showing you a particular website, an internet link, sleepfoundation.org, and I am borrowing their tips, those 11 tips. So you can also go there and see them in slight more detail. But let's go to it one by one. Number one says stick to a sleep schedule for of the same bedtime and wake up time, even on the weekends. So after a few days you become aware of, how long is your sleep, 6, 7, 8 hours, whatever it is. You don't want to play with it. And you also know when in the morning you want to wake up for your commitments, is it not? Say you want 8 hours sleep and you want to be awake around 6 a.m. So that will help you okay, I should go to bed at about 10 p.m., is it not? And then what they are saying is, even on the weekends, so that your body clock is now, everything is in a rhythm. So body system becomes used to it. When the bedtime comes, it is wanting to go to sleep. So going into sleep will not be that difficult once you have fixed your bedtime and wake up time. Now practice a relaxing bedtime ritual. This is very important because sleep and meditation is nothing but bringing our mind calm. So try to think a buffer zone, a transition time. I will say if your bedtime is 10 p.m., so maybe about 9 o'clock or 9, quarter past 9. So give it that 45 minutes transition period when you don't want to do too much intellectual and those kind of thinking operation. You don't want to read very hard book, you know. So utilize those 45 minutes for some very trivial functions, which are very mundane activities which we all must do, like ironing my shirt for next day, or preparing my bed, or some work in the kitchen. Those are those things. They are not very demanding from your mind, but they absorb your time. Some laundry work. So these kind of things. So and but in a slightly ritual thing, brushing your teeth, etc., so that your body and mind system really well begin to get ready to go to bed, so to say, is it not? So item number 3 says, if you have trouble in sleeping, then avoid naps, especially in the afternoon. This is a bit catchy issue. Some people are very much used to it, they need it, okay. But if it is disturbing their night sleep, then you want to review this whole issue, is it not? And see if you can live a few afternoon without siesta or without cat naps, and see, it may be easier to get into sleep then. Some sort of body exercise. Last week also we discussed this aspect slightly indirectly, that modern life has become underused body and overworked mind. So if mind is overworked, then also it's difficult to go to sleep and practice meditation. And if body is also underused, then also, it's not naturally welcoming to go to sleep, because the whole thing has been designed. The daytime is to work with both body and mind. And today's life has become, so much mechanized. Our body doesn't get enough of activity. So this is very important. And in current atmosphere of this pandemic, so you must find something so that body gets enough, sort of exertion. Then you look on to evaluate your bedroom. Bedroom, I will say, is a very sacred space. So, it shouldn't be much of clutter, very nice, soothing space, and not unnecessary things that just distracts. So when you go to bed, it's like you want to be in sleep. There should be no too much of light coming, good curtains probably, and not too much of noise, actually no noise at all, and nothing else which is distraction. So in this website, this is uh, okay. Let's see, I will continue adhere to these points. So this is also very important. Nice bed sheets, even your clothing should be clean, very loose and all that. So you want to evaluate your bedroom, it should be very nice, inviting, appealing for sleep. Sleep on a, now the same thing applies to your mattress and pillows, etc. They should be comfortable. Number 7 is very important. You know, your system, like day is to work, night is to sleep. In the same manner, your sensory organs, you should have good bright light in the daytime. So the contrast should be there. If you are whole day inside and your there is not enough light in your rooms. So in the daytime also you are kind of in darkness. Then in the night you are not seeing that contrast that system is designed to see, is it not? So in the daytime, at least it's good if you come out of your house, walk a bit, you know, so you are able to see the other extremes of light. So in the night, the darkness, you can appreciate it better, is it not? Then number 8 is saying you avoid alcohol, cigarettes. You know, in meditation we say throughout the day, but here in the evening. And this is also important, heavy meals in the evening. So you want to make a gap of at least, they say, 2.5 hours between your evening meal and your bedtime. So if your bedtime is 10, try to eat not later than, I will say, 7 p.m. So 3 hours or 3.5 is still better, but minimum 2.5 hours gap. Now, don't eat too much in this heavy meal, and not too much spicy or something, that causes reactions in your body flux and all that. Now, number 9 is winding down. It's, to me, it seemed like number 2 itself, but I appreciate this website. What here he is emphasizing, disconnection from our modern gadgets. Like I would have put it right in the number 2 here, but in the website, this is put separately. So I am very, very specific, you know no TV, no email checking, and no phone text message in those transition of 45 minutes. So, whatever you want to do, try to do it before the transition period and stay away from all these. And even when you see the phone for a moment or your laptop screen, these lights are designed to activate your brain very much. So you don't want to see such lights in that transition period. If and that is, I will say, double fault. Some people carry phone to their bed also. Bed, treat it as a very sacred space. If you have to work, leave the bedroom and work at your workplace, is it not? So let your mind and body system know strictly that bed is to sleep. So, in your mind, there is an association, like your workplace is to work and your bed is to sleep. So don't disturb this association. So I will say I don't like to carry anything to my bed, and no laptop or no phone. And if I must work, I go to my work area and work. And again, combining it with that transition period of 45 minutes, I think ideally you want to be away with the whole external world. Actually, we want to disconnect even from internal world, is it not? So these are very important aspects in modern life, where people are so much hooked to all these systems. you know Now, number 10, if you can't sleep, sometimes it happens, we have sleepless minutes or even hours, then go into another room and do something relaxing until you feel tired enough to sleep. This is very important. Go into another room. So, if you are not sleeping, uh, you know, and just want to do something, say read a nice little story, simple, which is not very absorbing to your, not a philosophy like of a thing, then go into another room, because that other activity is not associated with your bedroom. But still, here I will say I have heard from doctors also that sometimes you have long sleepless hours. We all, as adults, have gone through it, but they will still say, if even you are not able to catch up sleep, still stay in bed and keep lying, though it may be difficult, but that is the best option you should attempt. And if that is also difficult, then okay, you can go into another room. But I will say you stick to the bedroom, close your eyes, and just, hope that you fall asleep. And of course, last is if you are still having trouble sleeping, then you want to check up with a medical professional. So I didn't want to disturb. They are also sleep scientists and professionals. So these tips I have put just the way it is, and wherever I felt I have added a few words here and there. But on top of this, I would like to say this is my personal experience. Think at least for me, I have found sleep on your back is a good option. But sometimes when I am finding difficult to sleep, then I sleep on my left side. But I have noticed that when I sleep on my left side, it may be easier to get in sleep, but then I am more likely to dream also. So this is my personal observation. I cannot generalize it, but I just thought I should share with you. And also, I would like to say, because we look sleep and meditation with the same, sacredness. So I would say, if your sleep is fantastic, okay. Otherwise, I will suggest, when you are awake in the morning, just make a note of it, just in your mind, or if you like, you can make a journal, note it down. Just note these three parameters: how long it took to enter into sleep, was it just a few minutes, or it was 15, 20 minutes, or it was longer, and how deep was your sleep? Were there too many dreams? Was it IEM sleep? You could recollect dream and IEM and things like that. How deep was it? And how long was it? And indeed, these are three parameters, A, B, C, I will suggest. They are applicable even in meditation. Like today, few minutes ago, we rose from meditation. So when you meditation gets over, just look at these three parameters. That blank spot, how long it took you to go there, if at all you went there, and what is your deepest, most inactive point of mind. Of course, in this journey of meditation, that will also be getting deeper and deeper. But whatever happens to be your best point today, you want to make a mark that is my best point today, how long it takes me to go there, and how long I stay there. So like in sleep meditation also, you can have these three kind of parameters and some sort of self-assessment. So over a period of time, few weeks, few months later, you have an idea how it is working out. So I will say that was a nice session today. Thank you all very much for joining, and we'll meet again next week. Have a good time.